Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome back to my library. This is a show where every single week I take comments or emails and requests to read from one of my books. My name is Teddy Moreno, and this week I'm choosing to read from The Inner Circle Part 2, Paladin. Now, this book I wrote as part of a 6-book series that's called The Inner Circle, and it's about a new breed of vampire. They're called New Skins, so they are daywalkers. And in the second, I call it stage. It says Stage 2, Paladin. There's a new character I introduce, and his name is Paladin, which stands for Protector. And as you can see from the cover, he's half human, half gargoyle. So it's an amazing and very interesting character. And this is actually the longest book I've written to date out of all my books. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. I found a great scene in page 109. And it starts chapter 9. There you go. Healing. There's been a huge, I think there's been an attack on a character named Rebecca, and she is a reporter, or kind of a wannabe reporter starting out, and when she discovers and finds these kind of secret vampires on Capitol Hill, she starts to get involved to try to make her career, and I think she got attacked. So this is started on page 109, Healing. Jacob knelt at the altar at the front of his small church. The masses that he presides over had grown smaller and smaller as the years had passed. He didn't worry, though. He knew that he was there for a larger purpose. All the years that had passed were in preparation for something much greater than a church filled with congregation hungry for the word of God. As Jacob was about to finish his prayers for the evening, his cell phone vibrated. For a moment, he hesitated to reach for it, then decided that God would understand. As it vibrated a second time, he saw the caller ID read, Dimitri. Even though he knew God could wait, he still asked for forgiveness as he answered the phone. Good evening, Dimitri. How are you? Asia was carrying Rebecca in her arms as the trio of agents moved through back alleys so as not to be noticed on their way to the cave. Jacob, sorry to disturb you this late, but we're bringing in a woman who's desperate need of medical attention, and right now, a hospital would not be the place for her. Can you meet us at the cave with a first aid kit? I have a spare room in the back of the church, Dimitri. I think that would be a better place. Dimitri cut Jacob off. We'll be bringing her directly to the cave, Jacob. This woman has already seen us enough today and tonight, and the cave will be the best place for her and her protection. I'll leave that decision to your discretion. Thank you, Jacob. We'll be seeing you soon. With the phone call over, Jacob placed his handset back on the floor next to him. He looked up at the statue he had been praying to with a question in his mind. Is Dimitri really the one? Jacob's faith had been tested so many times in the years he had been in existence, and there was little doubt in his mind of a higher power. Even though he'd follow his gut many, many times in the past, the questions that came to his mind were completely normal each time. So he just closed his eyes, allowed to be what was, and made the sign of the cross. He knew deep down that all the things work out for the best. He kept that deep in his heart as he slowly stood and went off to retrieve his first aid kit in preparation for the new visitor that Dimitri would bring shortly. And that is chapter 9 of The Inner Circle, Stage 2, Paladin. So if you like what you heard and would like me to read more, feel free to leave comments below. Or you can email me at teddymoreno.defy@gmail.com. And as always, have an amazing week. All of these books are available on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and I believe they're all also available on Kindle, so you can get them in paperback or ebook. And I think I'm going to start running a contest that the person who leaves the most comments every week and or sends the most emails every week is going to win a free ebook of their choice. So start leaving your comments below and start spamming me with email. And you could win one of these books for free to enjoy and to read to your friends and stuff like that. So thanks again for watching. Have a great weekend. Have a great Sunday and the rest of next week. And we'll see you next Sunday with my library. Have a great one.